Hey, welcome to this radio video. So this is just checking out two frequencies of Radio Romania to North America at 2030 UTC, which is quite interesting. So they're on 17510 and on 15.170. And let's switch the antenna. 15170. This is long wire. Long wire. Whip. So on 15 megahertz, definitely better on the long wire. And on 17510, much better on the long wire. This is the whip. This is the long wire. Wow, interesting. So the long wire, even though it's noisy, it's better. Nice reception of Romania on both frequencies. It's pretty cool. But 15.170, much stronger. So this is Radio Romania 2030 UTC. This is for the summer 2014 schedules. Great new frequencies for North America early. Basically one of the only stations that has a transmission to North America at this time, pretty much.
This is Radio Romania International. You are listening to our half-hour broadcast in English for listeners in Western Europe and North America, the East Coast. We can also be heard on the internet in WMA, MP3 and AAC Plus formats at www.rri.ro Channel 1. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Flickr and Pinterest. We wish you good reception conditions.
Welcome to this broadcast on Radio Romania International. Radio Newsreel.
Hello, I am Daniel Bill to the microphone, inviting you to stay tuned for yet another broadcast coming from Radio Romania International Studios in Bucharest. In Radio Newsreel, today after the news, you can listen to a commentary on the risk of flooding, which is still looming in Romania's southern regions. And now, stay tuned for the news with Mihaela Inotescu.
The headlines. The risk of flooding still looms in southern Romania, where several counties have already been affected. The campaign for the Euro-Parliamentary elections due on May 25th starts on Friday. According to the Romanian Prime Minister Victor Ponta, the situation in Ukraine and in the region is a threat to the Republic of Moldova, but also an opportunity for that country's faster accession to the EU. Russia announces the start of fresh military maneuvers on the border with Ukraine in response to the military operations carried out by Kiev against the pro-Russian separatists in the east of the country and the NATO exercises in Eastern Europe. And Israel decides to hold peace negotiations with Palestinians following the conclusion of the Inter-Palestinian Reconciliation Agreement. Flood risk still looms in several counties in southern Romania already affected by the rivers that have burst their banks. On Thursday, hydrologists issued a fresh code orange warning for flooding in place for the rivers in 9 counties in the south until Saturday evening. The code yellow warning for the other river basins in the south is still on. In the affected areas, water volumes may exceed 20 liters per square meter and even 40 liters in certain areas. The weather remains unsettled in most regions of the country. For the Romanians who submitted their candidacies for the elections for the European Parliament, Thursday was the last day ahead of the election campaign's official debut. According to data the Central Electoral Bureau has made public, entering the election race will be 16 alliances and coalitions, as well as 8 independent candidates. Elections for the European Parliament are due on May the 25th. 64% of the Romanian citizens believe that working conditions in Romania are bad, as compared to the EU average of 46%. 32% of them say conditions are good, according to the Eurobarometer published on Thursday, which analyzes the way in which crisis affected the quality of work in the EU. 55% of the interviewers believe that in the past 5 years working conditions have worsened in Romania. At European level, there are big gaps between the member countries. The percentage of the satisfied ranging from 94% in Denmark to 30% in Greece. To 50% of the Romanians, stress is the major threat to their health and safety at the workplace. The European average stands at 53%. The situation in Ukraine and in the region is a big threat to the Republic of Moldova, but also an opportunity for its faster accession to the EU, said on Thursday Romanian Prime Minister Victor Ponta on the public radio. He also said that both Romania and the EU and the US should support the neighboring Moldova to integrate faster into the EU and NATO. In another move, the French Foreign Minister Laurent Fabius and his German counterpart Frank-Walter Steinmeier announced in Chisinau on Wednesday that the EU would provide the Republic of Moldova with technical and financial support after the signing of the association agreement. The agreement was initialed in November 2013 and is to be signed in late June this year. Ukraine will not give in to the terrorist threat posed by the separatist insurgents supported by Russia, warned on Thursday the Ukrainian interim president Alexander Turchinov. He called on Moscow to stop interfering into Ukraine's domestic affairs, to put an end to blackmailing and to pull out its troops from the border with Ukraine. On Thursday, the Russian army started fresh military maneuvers on the border with Ukraine in response to the military operations carried by Kiev authorities against the pro-Russian separatists in the east of the country and the